Hello all, welcome back to Fantasy Farm here on Stardew Valley. It's been a couple days since I played and I am excited to get back. The spirits are less excited since they are very displeased, but tomorrow is it, the fair. Hi Delta. Whew, that was quite a workout walking all the way up here. Ma'am, it's not that far to walk. Anyway, I came by to ask if you want to have dinner with us tonight. You don't have to, but if you decide to come, could you please bring a largemouth bass with you? That's right, one of those big slimy fish from the lake. I need one for the casserole I'm making. Okay, well, it'll be at our house around 7 p.m. tonight. Don't forget the largemouth bass. Bye. So, very quickly, even though she did say tonight, it doesn't have to be, as in, like, tonight. It's just any time at 7 p.m. if you've got the largemouth bass. So we'll do our best to get that, but it's not the end of the world if we don't make it and have to do it another day. So we'll see what happens. We'll see. We've also got mail. Delta, I found this recipe in a magazine. I thought it sounded interesting. Feel free to give me a taste if you make it. New cooking recipe, pepper poppers. Dear Delta, I just want to remind you that the Stardew Valley Fair is happening tomorrow. Don't forget to bring your night items for the Grange display. Remember, the fair starts at 9 a.m. in the town square. See you there. Mayor Lewis. Yeah. We will, in fact, see you there. Let's go and say hi to all our animals here. It looks like they're still young. Well, maybe, I don't know. No, I was about to say, it was just the butt of the goat happened to look particularly rotund. How many words can I use to emphasize how big its butt looked? Put that wool away. I do need that large egg for the community center. Oh, no, wait, never mind, I don't. It's just the milk and the goat milk. I forgot we'd already donated that. I was going to say, but I'm going to put it in here regardless, because getting the omelet done is more important to me, so never mind. Okay, let's go around and see what we can't harvest for crops, get a little bit more income here. So what are we doing the day before the fair? Well, for the actual fair itself, we've talked about it a little bit, but the important thing to know is you can kind of just grab from what you currently have from your repertoire. So it's not too terribly important for me to get all that organized right now. So I'm not going to worry about that issue coming up. Ooh, mushrooms are ready too. Let's toss those in. Be on our merry way here. So that's not too terribly important, so we don't really have to worry about that right now. I might go and fish up that largemouth bass. Today could be a good day for fishing because we could be working on the bundles, and that might give us enough to be able to do that. But if I have to put in those bundles tomorrow, well, I won't be able to do that tomorrow because the fair will be going on. But the fair is kind of a big deal, so it's not really a bad thing if I don't, if I'm not able to do that in time. I need to take that apple because we're going to be using that for the center. I think the rest we'll go ahead and sell. I believe this is our second one. Yes, it is. Ooh, that dwarf scroll. I do need to take that. I think I am going to do that, actually. I'm going to make today a fishing day just because it's been a while since we've done a fishing day. So it seems like a good time to indulge in such. I don't think anybody's got a birthday, but we'll check on the way to town. I'll take the long path. It's been a while since we've done that. Quickly run back and drop these things off. How are we doing on moss, out of curiosity? 356, 358 now? Yeah, it looks pretty good. I believe 333 is the magic number for that, but don't quote me on that. The more you got, the better, so if you feel like you need it and you notice some, then go ahead and swipe at it with a tool off of a tree. No, nobody's got a birthday until Marnie on the 18th, so we're good on that front. I'm going to go ahead and drink that Joja Cola now, get the little speed boost from it. we've got more quests here. Let me grab this too. Gold star vegetables. Population of ocean fish has grown to an unsustainable level. I did say I was going to go fishing today. I do need to grab that largemouth bass if I want to do that. That is not what I meant by going fishing. Let's try that again. But if I get that pretty quickly, yeah, I could definitely go back around for that. Catch 20 ocean fish. I believe for this thing for Demetrius, it can be in any of the biomes, quote-unquote. I don't know why I made air quotes. You can't see me doing that. But it could be the mountain lake, it could be the ocean, it could be the river. But, I mean, you know how this works. You just go to wherever you need to go. Alright, that is all 4 of the scrolls, and our reward, as you can probably guess, is the Dwarvish Translation Guide. Teaches you Dwarvish. This is automatically something you get, and in fact, I believe it is yes here in your special items. So if you go and talk to the dwarf now, you'll be able to understand him. So heck yeah to that. Oops, this is not the right place to be. This is where we want to go. So that is one more piece of the puzzle taken care of. I'm really looking forward to the next couple days in-game here. I think we're about to hit a lot of really big milestones. We'll have the fair, of course, which will get us another star drop, which is exciting. We will almost assuredly, within the next, I would say, like, it might not happen this video, because, again, we're going to get blocked off from the community center by the fair. But it is absolutely possible that we would end up with getting the bundles done to be able to get the bus back in operation, which I know is probably something a lot of people were expecting me to do way earlier, which is completely understandable. Because I'm sure a lot of people probably go for that. I'd probably say, for a fair few people, it might be the first bundle you complete outside of getting the minecarts done, honestly. And there is something to be said for the easy part of you don't need a specific item, you just have to make money, and there's plenty of ways to make money in the game. There we go. And so, of course, you could just obviously just make the money however you need to. Which is one of the reasons that doing the route for the Joja Core is actually much faster, because on all of those, even though we didn't do it, instead of making the bundles of money, or instead of getting all the bundles of different items, you just have to donate money bundles and say, like, hey, I'm paying you, I don't know, we'll say 10,000 G to go fix this thing. So if you know how to make money really quickly and can, then you can get everything unlocked really quickly. You're not limited by things like, oh, it needs to be winter. And it's not for another 2 seasons or anything like that. Now, I do believe I have a warp totem to the beach back at the house. And because of that, probably what I will do tomorrow, if I get everything done on the farm and I'm not waiting for the fair, or if I am waiting for the fair, rather, I might warp here because I can't go through the town because that's where the fair is, and continue to fish. We'll kind of see what happens there, but there's a definite possibility. I'm going to sacrifice my perfect for a treasure chest every single time. Got both of these already, but that's okay. Oh, I just saw you a minute ago, Abigail. Looks like you're going to hang down by the dock. I forgot that she does that. I'm used to seeing the only people here outside of events are Sebastian when it's raining, Elliot, because he lives nearby, obviously Willie, and sometimes Mayor Lewis is down here, too. I forget that Abigail can also appear here. I know a fair few people show up on the beach, but the dock itself is pretty rare. Luckily, this particular bulletin board quest is very, very easy, as you could guess. You could easily do this in a single day if you started on it pretty quickly here. We're probably going to end up with at least half. If you are somebody that struggles with fishing and you do need to do this one, or do want to do this one, if you wanted to just, like, go for easy fish, you could absolutely do that. You could just if you get something difficult, just not catch it intentionally, just let it fall away. If you really wanted to, you could use the training rod, which only allows you to catch easy fish. But of course, that also means that, you know, you're not having to struggle with getting some of the more difficult ones. So this is one of those rare times where the training rod could actually be pretty useful if you're not good at fishing. I've always felt like most people are pretty decent at fishing in this game. Like, yeah, there's the legendary fish, and sure, they're difficult, but, you know, on average, if you were to just throw a dart at a dartboard and be like, okay, you have to try to catch this fish and you get one attempt, most people would probably be able to do it, as long as you're high enough level. If you got, like, something like the Super Cucumber and you were only, I don't know, level 2, it could prove pretty difficult, but by the time you've gotten to a high level, you should be able to catch almost everything pretty consistently, but it seems like every now and again I'll just see somebody that's like, yeah, I'm just not good at fishing in this game, never have been, and I've played it for several hundred hours. I've gotten fishing to level 10 multiple times on multiple files. But hey, it just goes to show we're all a little different. Alright, let's see what we got in that treasure chest. There's a couple things I would like to see that have still not shown up yet. A ruby. That's not really what I was looking for, but I'll take a ruby. I will look forward to playing that on stream whenever we finish up Heart Gold, Soul Silver. We'll take a break from Pokemon, I'm sure, but we'll be doing Ruby and Sapphire next. And since I get choice of game, obviously I will be going for Ruby, since Zangoose is my favorite Pokemon of all time, and it's available only on Ruby, not Sapphire or Emerald. Obviously, I will be choosing Ruby. This is a little bit of pre-gaming on my part, but I still have not decided what starter I'm going to pick for my Gen 3 choice. Because I am picking what game to play, I choose my starter second. And I know what Icarus is choosing for her starter, because she'll be picking first. I know exactly which one she'll be choosing, so that leaves me with the other two options. But the thing about Gen 3 is it doesn't really have a bad starter. They're all pretty solid in their own right. I know a lot of people aren't super big on Trico, but it's kind of rare, at least at the time it was, to have a pretty speedy grass type. Usually they're traditionally, I wouldn't say they're the slowest in the world, but they're not exactly fast. But the Trico line is an example of a faster grass type, and it can be pretty good. Mudkip's got a pretty good dual typing, only being weak to grass. And granted, this is when the whole firefighting thing starts with your fire types, but for the first time it happens with Blaziken, it's not that big a deal. And I think a fair few people would argue that Blaziken can pretty easily solo the Elite Four if you give it the right moveset. So really, everything's a pretty good option for Gen 3. It will probably depend on what I decide for the rest of my team, because obviously I don't need, like, multiple water types, or multiple fire types, or multiple grass types, or whatever. Take the Geode. What am I throwing away? I guess I'll throw away the algae. I think potentially after the cutscene, I might, after the cutscene with, like, bringing the largemouth bass, I might run back to the farm and drop off some of this stuff and then come back. We shall see. Run low on inventory slots here. And no, I have not forgotten, by the way, that we do still have a, these are all good options here. Well, oh, that's a sardine, not an anchovy. I know that isn't worth much. There we go. I am fully aware we still need to buy the backpack upgrade to get the third row. That was something I kind of wanted to wait for until I really felt I needed it, but since we're going to be unlocking the bus pretty soon, it's safe to say, yeah, there's a very good chance I will be buying that backpack upgrade. probably within the next couple videos at absolute latest. So I have not forgotten that it exists. It's just other things were more pressing at the time. Ended up kind of doing something different from my traditional norm. Normally I don't pick up animals until year 2, essentially, if I try to get that bundle done. I essentially just try to bank on the traveling merchant giving me what I need for it. But I don't know, it's actually been kind of cool to vary it up, so... If I don't get anything here by 6:30, I'll retreat. Yep, looks like not. Alright. I don't know exactly how on time we have to be to this thing, but I guess we'll find out. I mean, ideally, if you're bringing something like a fish, something that needs to be cooked, then you would want to get there early. But it looks like we're going to get there pretty much right on time. Hey, Sam. Jeez, Jody was like sprinting. Oh, hi, Delta. Come in. Do I smell fresh fish? Quite a few, yes. Sam, could you come in here and help with dinner? Yes, ma'am. Yep, ever the diligent boy. Wow, this looks like quality bass, Delta. Thank you so much for bringing this. Yep. Hooked it, cooked it, and ate it. That crispy bass was delicious. The breading was out of this world. Must feel like part of the family now. Oh, that's good. I don't know. I guess we probably get... We probably get points with Jody, would be my guess. You'll be seeing that on screen right now, what it does specifically, but... I mean, usually for stuff like that, it's either a reward of money, a reward of hearts, or both. And since we did not get money, I'm going to assume that increased our friendship with her. Yeah, I wish I could do more cooking. It's just a shame that in my apartment complex, like... It's hopefully something that's going to be getting fixed pretty soon, because we're going to be dealing with that. Or I'm going to be, like, discussing that with them this week. I can't today, because today's Sunday, so nobody's in, but... It needs to happen. It just all the stuff in my apartment, it needs to get fixed. I've been telling them to do this for literally 4 years, and it's time. It's time to get it fixed. All these away. I'll put the book over here for now, I think. Days. Yeah, we might as well plan it. Why not? How are we doing on that biome balance one? Yeah, see what I mean? 14, like, we weren't even working there the whole day, and still... I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to get 6 more fish, but I'm going to go ahead and work on it now. Might as well, alright? Hi, Callie. But yeah, for those not in the know, like, the reason that I don't cook is not because I don't enjoy doing it. It's just, in particular, doing dishes is difficult. Not because, again, I'm bad at it or don't like doing it. It's because between my dishwasher, my sink in my kitchen, my sink in my bathroom, and my shower, only one of those things works as it should, which is the sink in my bathroom. So if I need to wash dishes, I have to do it in my bathroom sink. But because it's not like one of those big, you know, deep sinks, it's kind of hard to wash like a bigger pot or something like that. So my only option really at that point is to take it to work and do it there. Which sure is doable, but it's not fun to have to lug a dirty pot or, you know, pan or anything like that into your car, drive all the way to work, wait for everybody to go to sleep, get all the other stuff around work done, then wash it, then bring it back. You know, it's just like, I'd rather just have a working sink to be able to do that myself. And if you're wondering why it doesn't work specifically, it's just because I think now I've finally had the neighbors I had before move out, but I share a T-pipe, as in it's the shape of a T, and it connects with my sink and their sink going into the same drain. And my previous neighbors were firm believers in pouring grease down the drain, and so it did not matter how much drain cleaner or anything like that I used, it would constantly back up. I mean, you could run the water for like maybe 5 seconds before it would start to rise up in the sink, and just, yeah, it would leave a really nasty odor, so needless to say, that was not something that I enjoyed doing, so. And of course that causes the dishwasher to back up as well, which is why I don't use it, because if you try to use it, you'll get a nice standing puddle of what smells like sewer water in it. So it's locked up tight so that I do not use it. And then as for the shower, well, let's just say it's been dripping below the faucet enough to where the actual bathtub itself is starting to erode. So that's fun. But I did all my spring cleaning yesterday, which I was actually very excited to do because I do a fair bit of cleaning at work, but it's nice to have, like, my area clean. Because I know if it gets messy again, it is only on me, as opposed to where you're cleaning an area with a lot of people in it. If it gets messy, it's a very good chance it will within, you know, the next, like, 5 or 6 hours after you cleaned it type of thing. As opposed to here, I know it will stay cleaner for longer than that. For one, just by proxy, if there's only me here as opposed to, like, you know, 11 to 12 people. So, of course, obviously, just from that alone, it's going to be a lot less likely. I think that was... Nope, there's still 2 more. Okay. Well, we don't really need our energy for anything, so I'm perfectly content if we stay out a tiny bit late to finish this, but I think we'll be okay either way. I might check and see if I've got some albacore in the chest. I think I do, but if not, I can keep a couple of these. Come on now, game. I only need 1 more fish, and then we are good to get out of here. That is not a fish. That is also not a fish. That is not an advantage. There we go. I still like quoting that from a Survivor season every now and again. For anybody that watched Heroes, Healers, and Hustlers, I'll say it, Devin was robbed. He was absolutely robbed. But there we go, Biome Balance is done. 1,500 gold. Which is not a lot, but, I mean, like, you also do get another reward from this. And that reward is pretty good. You're not really doing this one for the money part of the reward. I'll take that ticket, though. I'll hang on to it down here. Alright, good night, Stardew Valley. I will see you guys tomorrow for the fair. I'm very excited for that. Monday the 15th is over. My half-birthday in-game is over. My actual birthday is February 15th, so winter for me. But since the opposite of that is September, that's basically fall. I'm going to put these away. I'm going to put this in here. I was going to check the albacore. I do have a couple of albacore in there. Alright. Then I think we're good to just toss this in. I'll have to deal with that tomorrow. We're calling it a night. $4,800 gold, pretty good. Because remember, that doesn't add the 1,500 we got from doing that quest, so that was an additional little bonus we got there. Alright, it is the day of the fair. Spirits are mad. Spirits are not happy about the fair, I guess. Tomorrow it will be cloudy with gusts of wind. Let's put this up. Take a look, we've got mail. Hi Delta, thanks for help with the fish. Nature is usually good at keeping things balanced, but sometimes artificial factors can cause an imbalance. I've enclosed a blueprint from a science magazine that you might find interesting. Demetrius. New crafting recipe, the farm computer, which is going to be somewhere in here. Right here, dwarf gadget, battery pack, and 10 refined quartz. Scans the farm and displays useful information. I don't think we have a dwarf gadget on hand, but I will keep an eye out for such, because it is a pretty good piece of equipment to have. It'll basically let you know, like, a bunch of different factors, as it says. I'm not going to spoil it, actually. I will keep that information little sneaky secret for now. You can see the quality of our eggs are starting to slowly but surely rise, which is good. Pomegranate in there, the broccoli. That's the last apple we need for that other bundle, so that's good. We'll deal with that at a later date. Let's check the other side here and see if there's anything. I did just get a battery low warning, so I've got a little bit of time, but if we run out of battery on this headphone, then that means the audio will die again, which is a bit of a shame. So hopefully that will not happen. But it'll only be for the one video. I do want to record more, and I've got another headphone that should be charging right now. It better be charging right now. Okay, we'll put these away. I think I'm good to sell everything else. I don't think the fair starts until 9. Today's Tuesday, so we don't need the traveling merchant. Again, there is nobody with a birthday today. I guess I could go grab the mushrooms out of the dehydrator, even though we don't really need to worry about that. We'll go ahead and sell the red mushrooms and this common mushroom that's a little bit higher quality. There's one other thing I might do real quick. I'll use the dehydrator for some of these grapes. If you're thinking, oh, like I know what you're going to use that for, this one will probably just be sold, as you do want to try to sell one of every item. So I would have to do this anyway, but we're going to toss these in here for the time being. As for what I'm bringing it to the fair, I'm actually going to keep that hidden from you guys. So I'm actually going to cut right here, and I'm going to see you guys at the fair. I'll keep it in this bottom toolbar so you can't see it. But if you know, you know. You can probably guess. More oak resin. Good, good. I want more of that. A train is passing through Stardew Valley, and the Stardew Valley Fair has begun in the town square. Well, I don't give two shakes a rat's tail about that, of the train. Here we are, our prizes. Oh, I don't remember this being in here. That must be new. So yes, a couple of like smaller things, the dried sunflowers, the light green rug, the glowstone ring, which is kind of cool. This is basically a glow ring and a magnet ring fused together, so it's pretty good. A prize ticket, a rare crow, and then also a star drop. So you actually get to read the item description here. A mysterious fruit that empowers those who eat it. The flavor is like a dream, a powerful personal experience, yet difficult to describe to others. Alright, we are back. Sorry about that. I was getting close to the battery dying because it gave me the second warning, so I decided to just go ahead and, like, pause the video right there and switch to the headphones so that we wouldn't lose the audio. Because I also remembered, like, since this is the fair, you get slightly different music here, and I didn't want to potentially miss out on that, so that was why. Also, you'll notice what's in here, the lucky purple shorts. Better not inspect these too closely. We're going to put those right there, right in dead center. I don't want to talk to the mayor with those in my inventory because it would give them to him, because remember, this is what he wants. So, well, Delta, it's the big day, our most important festival of the year, the Stardew Valley Fair. If you'd like to participate by setting up a Grange display, I've left an empty stand for you. Just let me know after you've gotten everything set up so we can get to the judging. Yep, I am ready. The display is set up. Pierre's very serious about his Grange display. He's been setting aside the best-looking produce in weeks for preparation. Hey, good luck. You know, a wise person would also know that if you set it aside for weeks, it probably wouldn't look as good by then. It might have gone bad. I don't have high hopes of winning. The fish look nice, but they don't exactly smell great. Wow, it's the biggest cheese wheel I've ever seen. Very impressive. So while he's doing the judging, all these animals are friendly and love to get massaged. Moo. Ow, a hen pecked my little finger. Yeah, they'll do that. And just a few steps over there, Gus is grilling up a batch of pork ribs. Yikes. Your Grange display's been judged. Return to Mayor Lewis for the result. I'm gonna go swing by Linus real quick. Hey, what's up, man? The animals never judge people by their looks. The same can't be said for humans. Yeah, too true. Too true. Let's go have a look at our results. Let's see what, oh, some strange-looking purple lettuce in your Grange display. I swear it looked like Mayor Luce's special oh, never mind. So how's it going, buddy? Give me a second here. You, what kind of, was that some kind of sick prank? Those are very private. Here, take 750 star tokens and don't tell a soul. Now go clean up your box and bring me my item tomorrow. Alrighty, I will do that. So yes, if you still have the lucky purple shorts, and you don't talk to Lewis with them in your inventory, winning that fair will get you first prize, which is worth 1,000 star tokens and also an achievement. But if you don't feel like you have a very good display to be able to win that, you can also do this. So this is one option for you, potentially. What I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to go back and reset the day and actually do the display normal, just so you can see what I would use. So we will be right back. Alright, we are back. Again, you don't have to talk to Lewis until you've gotten your display set up, but here is what I decided for my setup overall. So, first for our animals, we've got wool. For our artisan, unfortunately all I had was tomato juice. I should have kept the melon wine and not sold it. I could have gotten more points here, but I think we'll still be okay. For our cooking, we have the pink cake. Autumn's Bounty was another one I potentially chose here. For fishing, we've got the Midnight Carp, Iridium quality. For our flowers and whatnot, we've got a Fairy Rose, which is Gold Star quality. For our fruit, we've got a Blackberry, which is Iridium quality. For our gemstones / mining, we've got a Diamond. For our vegetables, I've got a Pumpkin, and then for the extra thing, because you can put whatever you want in there, I just decided to go with an Iridium bar because it's purple, and it's one of my favorite items. So, there we go. You can see how the points are calculated on screen right now, but I am pretty dang confident in my my choices here. I didn't get a lot for the juice. I won't get a lot for the juice, but things like the Diamond, the Midnight Carp, the Fairy Rose, the Blackberry, and the Wool, I'm very confident in those getting a lot of points, because I did look through those. Nothing, hanging luck. Yep, setting aside for weeks. I'm just gonna kind of talk to everybody again while he does his thing here. Got some soul searching to do. Nice. Managed to squeak through here, say hi to Linus again. Boys down here. Hey Delta, having a good time? Slingshot tent's pretty fun. You can get, if you get good at it, you can really rack up the star tokens. It's kind of heck today. I'm just gonna hang out here for a while. Fair enough. There we go. You won first place with a rating of 105. Your prize is 1,000 star tokens. Spend them wisely. Oh, and don't forget to clean out your Grange display box. Yeah, you don't want to forget to take this stuff back, because otherwise you will lose it. So, do hang on to them for sure. Can't believe I lost. Hey, best of luck to you if you enter. Thanks. I already did. It's already over. Well, I didn't win, but it was still satisfying to share all my hard work. Hey, you got some good stuff here. A bolt of cloth would have been a good option for me if I'd had one, but I didn't. Well, I got a low score. I guess Mayor Lewis isn't much of a fish man. Oh well. Yeah, he doesn't like the smell, as you'll find out in a later event. He just doesn't like the smell of fish. Already beat all the games, now what? Some fine looking town you got here. Nice, cozy, and a real sense of community. Won the chance wheel 10 times in a row, now the band won't let me play anymore. We'll get to the games, obviously. Complain about my job sometimes, but I do take pride in my work. These are some of my finest pieces. I hope you like them. Clint's blades get sharper every year. So do his prices. Yeah, I can't say I'm too surprised there. Robin really works hard on her carpentry stuff. She deserves a little recognition now and then. Woodworking is an ancient tradition that I'm very proud to be a part of. Really admire Robin's carpentry skills. I use a lot of the same techniques in my own line of work. I would have made a pretty good clown. I think I missed my calling. Well, never too late, I guess. He doesn't look very happy. I guess Mayor Lewis had to cut costs with the budget clown this year. Yeah, he doesn't say anything. He's just kind of there. Better hurry up, kid, before old Pam fishes every last lunker out of the tent. Have you been to the fortune teller? She said we're staying in the graveyard. Already saw her there. She told me something interesting. Played the strength game too many times, now my arms feel like rubber. There's a long bus right here, but totally worth it. The valley's so beautiful. Simon loves it. Don't you, Simon? So, looking at the different games, there are a couple different things you can play. The strength game is one of them, which is a pretty simple case of just this bar going up and down, and you try to stop it at the top. Oh, I tried to right-click. But there is a bit of a delay. Strength level Lumberjack. You can get a single star token by getting it at the top of the thing. Though I think, hilariously enough, if you also get the lowest Plankton... Oh, does it not? Wow, 0 strength. I'm actually impressed with how weak you are. Here's a star token. Yeah, you can also get a star token for that, too. That was close. So we can at least manage to pull this off once. There we go. So yeah, if you get the max, now that's what I like to see. Here, I have a star token. So yeah, this is not a good way to make star tokens. Don't waste your time here. I'm going to kind of just go around it in what I think is the least to best type of thing here. Next up, the fortune teller. You can't win any star tokens from the fortune teller, but you can kind of get a little bit of a sort of vibe on what's going on here. This is for money, not star tokens. But yes, you can have your future read. I see you at the beach. There's some kind of event taking place. You walk up to the Linus and say something funny. Huh, seems like you two are good friends. Well, it seems to be leaving more than a few heartbroken. Are you playing games with those who put their trust in you? Crystal Bar's moved on. Now I see you harvesting a plump, ripe melon. You're on a wonderful-looking farm bursting with life. Crystal Ball's gone dim. That's all I can do. Keep in mind the future's not set in stone. Whatever I've told you today can still be changed. Well, Wick and I have known each other for a long time. She is a remarkable diviner and a good friend. That clown, I know him from somewhere. Is it the School of Illusion or maybe the Carnival of Secrets? So yeah, usually what the fortune teller says with the whole, like, heartbreaker thing, it basically means that I'm not really committed to, like, somebody obviously here I've got, like, a big thing for, because, I mean, largely they're, you know, we're kind of balanced out here. Somebody's not, like, way up at the very big end of this. Penny's the highest, and that's only because her birthday was recently, so that explains that. I actually don't remember what this game is. Just selling star tokens for 50G. Don't do this, you can get star tokens way more easily. Up next for star tokens, I think I'm going to go with here as my next recommendation. I don't think this one's very good. Play the slingshot game and win star tokens. Probably if you're good with the slingshot, this is phenomenal, but for me personally, I'm not good with the slingshot. So, for me, this is not exactly a high moneymaker type of thing here. I mean, I'll give it my best try here, but I am not making any promises by any stretch. So obviously with the weaker ones you can smash through multiple here. With the bigger ones it won't let you do that. And there you go. Score 78. Accuracy 94%. Star tokens 2.5 accuracy multiplier. Get 180 for that. So, I did alright, I guess. Could have been better, could have been worse. Up next, depending on how you feel about luck, step right up, pick a color, and place your bet for a chance to win double your wager. I like green more than orange, so I'm going to go with green. I'm just going to bet 100 here. You could bet it up to as many as you have. This is a simple double or nothing. So it is entirely dependent on your luck. So there you go. That's how it works. I'm not going to continue to play that. I'm going to move on to what I think is the best way to get your star tokens, which is the fishing. You do not have to bring your fishing rod to do this. But this is, for my money's worth and for my time's worth, this is the fastest way to make star tokens. And probably the easiest, too. You could argue the chance game, sure, is technically a faster way, but also this is if you're lucky, as opposed to skill, and you know how I feel about luck-based things. So in order to get points in this, you obviously fish up fish. You'll get more points for perfects, same as you would getting more experience in the game. It is not worth charging up your casting line to get a perfect cast. The perfect catch will do fine because it'll take too much time off of your timer. So don't bother with the big cast, just cast it like I'm doing here. There's no reason otherwise. Doesn't matter where the bobber lands in the pond like it does in the actual fishing proper in the game. So just go with really simple casts. This is a case of quantity over quality, but again, the perfects do help, so I do recommend getting those. You can fish up junk items. They're worth a single point, but obviously you don't have any control over if you fish those up or not. So if you do, well, just, you know, keep going. If you don't, then congratulations, that's good, and keep going anyway. As you can see, obviously not all fish are created equal. There's kind of a mix of a lot of things. You saw salmon, smallmouth bass. I believe this is going to be a catfish right here that I'm trying to catch. I'd like to try and get it before... There we go. Yep, it was a catfish. Can I get one more, maybe? Yeah, it did let me have that one. If you are still reeling one in, that was kind of a little too on the wire for the game. Really quickly here. 504. So, yeah, you get a lot more star tokens there than you did on the slingshot game, like, for sure. But as I was saying, like, if you're actually in the middle of catching a fish, it didn't count there because it was kind of on the wire, but if, you know, the bar is already there and you're getting the bar, it will still let you continue to go after that fish until you either catch it or you lose it, so you will still get whatever you're working on when the timer runs out at the very least. Alright, and I think that will do it, unless somehow I get under 70 points for this, which I doubt. 63, 48. I think that's an 8, at least on my screen. My timer's kind of blocking that, and we might be doing a little bit more cutting than I originally intended on that fishing, because we were at 43 minutes, and remember, I cut out part of the video when I first got here, so probably going to be doing a little bit more. Sorry, future me! So, here are our options. I'm going to go, I guess, from least to most important. The light green rug, the rare crow, the fedora, and the dried sunflowers are the small things. I guess I do want to try to get all the rare crows, so that one's a little bit more important. The glowstone ring, of course, I do want to pick that up. And the prize ticket being another big one. That's an important one. But, of course, the most important is the star drop. And as I said, outside of the 100 floors in the mines, there's a good chance this might be the first one you pick up if it's your first time playing. You found a star drop. It's strange, but the taste reminds you of Pokemon. Alright, your maximum energy level is increased. That is all we need to do here. Again, I don't think it'll let you get to the community center, but oh well. Man, I can't take another bite of this barbecue sandwich. I'm so stuffed. Oh, but it's probably amazing though, right? Barbecue sauce is amazing. Trying to get Gus to tell me a sauce recipe, but he will not budge. As much you like. It's all free today. Compliments of Mayor Lewis. I'll make sure to dabble some of my secret sauce on there. I will do that. Smoked turkey haunch. I guess this festival isn't all bad. Wish Gus would include a vegetarian option. Some zucchini skewers, maybe? Yep, that is all for you. I'm not against vegetarian by any stretch of the imagination. It's because I'm allergic to zucchini. Can't eat it. I would get violently, in some pretty violent trouble. Throat would get all swollen up. Do not want that. So, hard pass for me, I'm afraid. Alright, now we need to put all this stuff back. Put this here, this here. It's going to be a little bit of fumbling around as I try to remember what goes where. We'll put the... Oh, I thought I was putting the rare crows in here. I guess I wasn't. Oh well. This will go in here, as will the pink cake. Fish is obviously going in here. We'll put that away. I believe this was in the summer one, since it's a tomato. both of those in here. Other little accessory things. So how are we doing on the rare crows, out of curiosity? I've got number 1, number 7, number 8, and number 5. So I'm still missing 2, 3, 4, and 6, it looks like. Gotcha. Like I said, I do want to collect them all, but it's not something that I need to, like, do right this second. I don't think it's too terribly important for me, so not that worried about it. As for the glowstone ring, I'm going to really quickly check and see if that functions the same as the... Well, I guess I'm only using the small magnet ring, so I could probably just check right now. Yeah, that appears to do the same as both. Yeah, I think I'll leave the other magnet ring on for now, and if we can find something to replace that magnet ring, then we will do so. But for the time being, we'll go ahead and put that up. So now basically we've got a little bit more of a radius for collecting items. So, because it does say slightly, I guess, on the small magnet, but not slightly on the glowstone. So that basically means we should have the same amount of light, and instead of like a 1x for the magnet pull, now we have a 3x for the magnet pull, so that's good. Alright, that is it for that very long episode that I had to cut down to something more reasonable, so hopefully you got a good product in seeing the fair. But hey, look at that money count. Guess what we're going to be doing in the upcoming days? That's right, we are going to be getting that bus repaired next episode. And I do believe we'll probably also have enough for the backpack upgrade too, right when we head there. So we'll have that to look forward to. And as from what we have from there, we'll take a little poke and see what else we got in the community center. Hopefully the milks will be coming in soon. What else we got? This will be coming in with the fish. The vault will be done, and for the bulletin board, I've at least got the apples done. So that'll just leave us with the rabbit's foot and the duck feather, which potentially we could have as soon as today. Time will tell, but until then, thank you all for watching. This has been pitmarthroy with Stardew Valley here on Fantasy Farm, and I will see you all in the next episode. Later!